Mic check, mic check. Let me check on the mic. All right, we look good. YouTube Wednesday, back in full effect. Actually, let me go on Instagram and post this link here. Share. We are live. I like the volume so far today. Much better than it was yesterday, right? And we see price already starting to look pretty nice, all right? We may get a decent setup early on today. We might get a decent setup here. All right, so what I'm gonna do is post the stream. And see what we can get today, man. New post. What do you guys see so far? What I look at most of the time is how price is forming as the higher time frame candles are closing, right? So we have signs of exhaustion clearly, right? You see this massive wick on the higher time frame. That is what we're gonna look to take advantage of here. So if we can start to see price break lower, we have obvious levels below. We have pre-market lows down here. Mark this off as liquidity. All right, and we have yesterday's lows, but essentially what I'm noticing is if we look at the higher time frame, we see we had this massive move higher. We've rebalanced this move really nicely. If price wants to continue higher, I'm okay with taking buys back up to new highs, right? But we're gonna have to wait patiently to see if that's where price truly wants to go. At the moment, we have this move lower here that's pretty aggressive as well. And now we're sitting in a nice discount of this move lower. So price could, there's two scenarios, right? You have the bearish scenario where price rebounds, rebalances, continues lower, back to the lows over here. And then you have the scenario where this move right here is rebalancing and price is going to work its way back to new highs, right? So we're going to pay attention to the clues that price leaves and figure out which way price is going to draw. Only time will tell, so that's why we typically rely on the higher time frames to give us that trade idea. And right now we're just looking for some sort of move lower because we've had a nice expansion, overextension really, towards the overnight session highs. We've taken out the London high here. We have Asia high still intact, which could make price pop higher one more time, maybe take out that Asia high. But as of right now, we've taken out London and now we see nice rejection. So let's see what happens next here. All right. We're on a 4-week winning streak. And that all pretty much revolves around patience, man. If you watch us trade every day, if you watch me trade, you know I'm probably one of the most patient traders on the internet. So while you're here, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show, man. We're gonna do our best to be patient and truly follow price and get in at the best possible opportunities and then manage our trade like a professional, right? And that's it. Rinse and repeat every single day. All right, I just posted the YouTube to my story. I believe my Instagram is down in the description as well. So yeah, now we just want to see if price is going to continue to reject these levels here. Nice resistance so far. See if price wants to reject or continue higher. If we're going to reject, we need to see price break through this level here that made that most recent high. All right, cool. All right, cool. All right, looks like price may use this order block here on ES. Notice we're sitting right at the weekly open on ES. We have this beautiful 1 hour order block right now. Price already failed to close below it. Nice wick rejection at the open and could use this level to continue higher. So we'll just wait it out. You already know. Our past few trades took a lot of patience, guys. So we'll be on stream today until about, I would say, we started at 10 today, 11, 12, 1, like 1:30, 3.5 hour stream. All right, so let's see how it plays out today, man. Let's see how it plays out. Price does not look like it's ready to slow down. Nice. Like I said before, we do have this Asian high. So that could be a clean drawn liquidity. Let's see if price ends up taking out that high. And then we have this opening range level here. The overnight session gap down. Massive gap down, right? We see London and Asia continue lower. So of course the the stock exchange opens at 9:30, and there's a massive gap between yesterday's price and the opening price of today. Here it is right here on ES. We've already filled this in on NAS, so maybe price will want to fill in this gap on the S&P as well. But yeah, it's just a waiting game here. We are pretty much reversal traders. So at the end of the day, if price continues going higher, we probably won't have an opportunity to buy unless price were to crash lower and then reverse from down here somewhere out of a point of interest. Then we'll look for buys on the reversal, right? So we only trade reversals. That makes trading so simple for me, and that helps narrow down the type of setups that we take, right? You really don't want to be trying to catch every single trade in the markets. All right, so let's see. I know a lot of traders had trouble yesterday in the markets. Personally, I didn't trade yesterday, but I was watching a few traders. It was a pretty weird day yesterday. But yeah, let's wait for a excuse me. So yeah, we have we have price putting in these short-term lows right now. So let's let price do its thing, right? And we will go from there. We will go from there. If you guys have any questions, jump in the chat. But yeah, man, let's keep this win streak going. And see if we can catch another banging trade opportunity. All right, here we go. So what do we see? What do we see, right? We see price is closing another 30-minute candle. So on this 30-minute candle, we also notice that there's more signs of exhaustion in play here. What do we notice? We notice this move higher ends up taking out this 9 p.m. high on NASDAQ, but it gets nowhere near that 9 p.m. high on the S&P. So this right here is starting to show lots of exhaustion in the market. So I'm really interested to see if price is actually going to start a reversal from the current price range here, maybe start moving lower. All right. We have a nice flip here. Notice price is being weird, right? Once price starts to show you that it's not correlated and it's not in sync, this is where you pretty much sit on your hands and you just wait for price to manipulate whoever it's trying to manipulate, because the manipulation is definitely present now. All right, we can see price is not correlated. And when price is not correlated, that is a sign of manipulation. Pure, look at the chop here, right? Pure choppiness on the lower time frame right now. There's no reason to be anxious to trade this, right? You want to see a clean break, right? Once you start getting that break on both assets, then you can start putting your trade together. All right, yeah, so it looks like we're about to get some more bullish activity here. Notice this low right here as liquidity. Notice it hasn't been taken out, right? Notice it hasn't, this 10 a.m. low on NASDAQ. Let me mark off this 10 a.m. high. I mean open price as well. 10 a.m. low has not been taken out. Opens here, 10 a.m. price. And then if you look at the S&P over here, you'll see we just swept this low, liquidity taken. That right there is letting me know something's not right, right? We may start climbing higher here. There's a massive wick here. Price could want to fill in this wick. So I'm going to get ready for a buying opportunity if price continues to show that it's reluctant to sell here. All right, 10 a.m. price for NQ. There it is. 10 a.m. price for ES will be over here. Open price, 10 a.m. All right, here we go. So let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens here. I wonder if NASDAQ ends up taking out this level as well. This liquidity here. All right, let's see. So let's mark off some areas of interest, right? What are we seeing? We see price starting to build some order blocks in here. So you want to pay attention to any time price may have closed below. All right, so really this is the only zone here. We have a 2-minute expansion here. What do? We close below it 1, 2, 3 different times, right? There it is. This is the rejection you want to see here, guys. If NASDAQ is able to take out this low as well, then we should be able to move lower. But if NASDAQ fails to take out this low like ES has here, that's a sign that price is going to induce as many sellers as it can here, accumulate, right? And then expand higher. So we'll wait it out and see exactly what price wants to do here. I would love to see it go lower. That would make our job pretty easy. But it's looking like it's hesitant to move lower. All right, so we may trade ES today. Let me go let everyone know now. right, cool. This consolidation is already looking suspicious to me, man. I don't. If price is going lower, I expect it to go lower with a lot of aggression. Here, we're starting to see price already work its way back into the range. I think we're gonna end up going higher. So let's see if we can catch a buy trade here on ES. Let me get ready here. I'm gonna try a buy most likely. If we can break out of this range on the Nasdaq, I'll expect ES to break out as well. And this is a trade idea we talked about yesterday on stream. So it's like it's a situation where ES will play catch up with the Nasdaq. So we'll see what happens here. What price are we at right now? 5,000. But wow, price is so high up. So high up. This is tough. This could short, but this is tough. So I'm hoping that price just makes this easy for us and just breaks out of this range here. Right, you see price rejecting this 10 a.m. opening price really, really nicely on the NAS. If we can get a solid closure above this red zone here, you know, we can start looking for a trade to the upside. Right now it is a bit tricky because we're starting to show. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Give it a few minutes here. I don't think I'm comfortable shorting this at all, to be honest. So I'll just wait for some sort of breakout here, potentially. Let's see what happens. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go long here off of this closure. Wait for this candle to close real quick. A minute left, and I'll drop a trade. All right, yeah, so I'm waiting for a nice closure here. We got our closure there. We get our 2 minute closure, 7.5. I'll go like 8 points here, and I'll try to buy here on ES. All right, nice. Wait, oh, I'm on the wrong. Oh, hold on. I'm supposed to be on the minis. Not the minis. I'm supposed to be on the micro. 1 second. Let me flip this to. Come on, get out of drawdown. Let me flip this. Completely wrong contract size, guys. What price is this? 5,029? 929. We got an 8 point stop here. And we're going for 1.5. We'll probably do like 1.25. Price is choppy, so just get a quick scalp in real fast and go from there. Yeah, 1.25, so 8 for about 10 points here. Really like 8.5 for about 11. Uh-oh. Wow, bro. And I got in the wrong contract size. This is insane. I'm just gonna have to put a stop in here. This 2 minute rejection is vicious. Oh my goodness. So we may even be able to buy NASDAQ instead on the way up. I'm not expecting price to go lower, so let's see if we can get some support off of this level here. We have a nice order block down here. And then we have what? We have a yeah, if you guys aren't in this trade yet, I'll just wait a little bit here. I think I'm gonna get stopped, and then we'll probably end up looking for a legitimate move. Right now, price seems to be consolidating like a monster at the moment. My goodness, look at this move lower. Yeah, I would want to see price flip this gap before I think about getting back or signaling this trade. Right now, I'm pretty much hoping to see this specific level right here hold up. I don't want to see price get below here. We have a nice pullback here on the NASDAQ as well. And as always, we're prepared to take 2 trades each session. So if I need to drop another trade, I'll just wait for a better setup here. But I'm anticipating that price will try and climb higher. See if we can flip this gap. Yeah, this is already Chop City once again. My goodness, yo. My goodness. So we weren't expecting this low to be taken out at all. So now that this low is gone, I'm expecting NASDAQ to start showing its hand here. Show its hand here for us. Yep, there we go. Yeah, here comes the shorts. It should start to sell now. I'm not sure why we're getting such consolidation over here. And then when we get, let's go here. Let's watch NASDAQ. NASDAQ seems to be giving a different point of view. So 3-minute, 2-minute. Price is really just wasting time right now. So yeah, I gotta sit back and figure out what I want to do. I need to make sure my next trade is not on. My goodness, this is lame because I still don't. Let me take some time and figure out, is price really about to go, or is this complete consolidation? All right. We got this order block right here. We closed above it. Now we take out this low. That's not a good look. It's not a good look at all. Let's regroup here. All right. So when I look at NASDAQ by itself, I see the divergences. We're about to close another candle here. Let's go to the hour chart. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to sit back because that was not supposed to take out that low. We take out that low, it kind of makes the trade just not appealing, and price could try and take off from here, and then it'll be like, you know, what was the point of that last sweep there? So let's look at it like this, right? We're about to close this hourly candle. We're about to get more divergence. All right. There and here, cool. Take off some of these lines just to clean up the point of interest. We still have that SMT at this low right here. So what that tells me is price is probably gonna just wait until this next candle. Once we close this 30-minute candle, I think we go bullish. Maybe we just got in a little bit too early on the long. That's what it's starting to look like because price is rebounding very, very nicely. NASDAQ fails to break structure once again. We're closing above this level. We get this 2-minute closure here. It looks like price is gonna try and go bullish again. Yeah, if you ask me, that's probably what's about to happen. So I'll get ready for another entry on this trade, but I need to see this this candle close real fast for us. Let's see here. Look at this. All right, yeah. Let me get off of this. I'm gonna get back in, but now I have no choice but to trade these contracts here. We're gonna get this inversion. I'm gonna try this setup one more time. 929, and then I'm going to actually signal out this one here. I just need to see a nice closure through here. Not bad. I'm anticipating some sort of just time distortion is what it's looking like. NASDAQ is giving us clean structure here, and we're expecting ES to catch up very, 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 very aggressively. All right, long here. I'll actually go with like 11 points, 12 point stop here. Well, actually, let me change that real quick. Yeah, bigger stop. 12 point stop, and we'll go for 15. All right. We're expecting a massive move higher here from both the NASDAQ and ES. All right, so let's put this level in here, stop. put our target in here as well. So it looks like time distortion. We got one more sweep here. Notice, like I said before, ES and NASDAQ are way out of sync. And you see NASDAQ showing that strength. We failed to take any low underneath 10 a.m. ES does the sweep for us. We climb back above this 30-minute low. And we should start to see price accelerate higher here. All right. And then we'll look to take some profit up at the highs here, back towards this level here. All right, and what I want to know now is when I look at NASDAQ, did NASDAQ offer any type of buying opportunity, right? So we closed above, we get a nice move here, guys. When we sweep out this order block here on NASDAQ, you get this order block, sweep, flip, take out the highs. So now if price were to retrace down into here, into a discount, you definitely expect price to hold and continue higher. All right, we're about to close. So we may get a pullback here, being that there's 6 minutes left. You may be able to draw up a buy on NASDAQ here. You want to get in. If you guys like NASDAQ better than ES, which typically I love NASDAQ, today I'm trying ES. Hopefully it doesn't backfire too hard on me. It's my first time trading ES in weeks. But the concept is still the same, right? The same exact model. But I would expect we got the break, we got a retracement, we got the sweep. Once price clears these order blocks in here and makes a new high, if price does return to a discount, you're expecting price to hold this low here, hold these short-term lows, and then make new highs. So this would be like the trade idea if I were to get a position on the NASDAQ. But ES is offering a better entry price, so I'm going to take ES here and hold it for a nice move higher and see if we can catch that. All right, so let's see what's going on here with ES. All right, looks like we're back at our entry. I like the fact that we've already taken out lots of liquidity here, so I'm expecting NASDAQ to make new highs. And then if NASDAQ can make new highs, I'm anticipating ES to at least take out some of this internal liquidity here. And let's go back to the 2 minute here. We had a flip. Yeah, so I'm at least expecting NASDAQ and ES to take out these 10 a.m. highs, all right? That's the forecast. I want to see this level right here taken out. Once this level is taken out, the trade idea is pretty much complete. I want to see if we can get like a sharp move higher here. There it is. Now let's match that. Come on. This is tough, guys. This is tough. I want to see the next 4 minutes expand like no tomorrow. You see NASDAQ completely rip here. This is tough. I don't want to see any divergence at this level right now. This is tough. Keep going, ES. We want to see so much speed that we don't even have to manage the trade, right? It just flies right to our target. That's what we're looking for here. Because of the divergence, we expect ES to try and catch up. There we go. That's some decent speed. We have 3 minutes left. These next 3 minutes will give us a lot of information on this trade idea. Come on, keep going. So here's where we get to test our patience, right? When we look at the higher time frame, we notice that ES made an exaggerated effort to take out this low and drive back up to pretty much this candle range here. So naturally we expect price to take out this high, being that we've already manipulated this low and being that NASDAQ failed to manipulate this low. So that's where our patience will be tested, as if we're correct on our draw, we should let this trade play out because NASDAQ has already shown us that price wants to go higher, and ES should at least take out one 30-minute or 1 hourly candle here, which would be this 944 high, right? That's what we're anticipating, and I don't want to cut the trade short, being that I got manipulated out of my first trade. If you guys did not, if you guys are trading as well and you guys are in profit right now on the day, you can start protecting this trade, right? You can move to break even, or you can take some profit, secure some partial, right? But yeah, we want to see some sort of acceleration here, a nice violent move higher, so that anyone trying to sell, they don't have time to get out of their position, and we just violate those highs where people will have their stop loss. All right, so here's where we want to see price completely accelerate. Notice how far ahead NASDAQ is getting here. I really want to see price just rip towards this high right now. All right, here, now I'm going to start securing some profit. This is it right here. This is it right here. There we go. This is what you call a trade forecast, right? Come on, just rip through it for us. This'll wrap up our day. Oh, wow. We'll be done by 11:30. Come on, one more. There it is. Yeah, I'm gonna start closing out here. There it is. Good trade. Good job. There it is. I'm out, guys. I am out of here. Let's go. There we go, right? So, wow. And it's gonna rip here, guys. Let's go. Let's go. All right, so it makes you wonder why did we even get stopped on the first trade, right? And it's all about time distortion, right? We got in a little bit before 11. And you notice right at 11 o'clock, what does price start to do? It starts to accelerate and it corrects beautifully. This is what you want to see. There's a ton of traders out here looking for shorts, right? So we catch about 15 points on ES here. And the good thing is we did trade ES because NASDAQ never pulled back, right? So if you were looking to buy NASDAQ, you really didn't get a good entry price. All right. Let me go alert VIP TP hit. Take a screenshot real quick. I'm all out here, guys. And this may be trade of the week. We take out this high now, so be careful, right? You don't expect price to do too much once it fixes this correction here. We saw price start showing signs that it was going to manipulate all these sellers, and once we manipulate those sellers, this high was the draw. Once this high is taken out, we know that price can go back into consolidation, right? So here, let me take this screenshot here. 929, beautiful trade. Beautiful trade. Download image. All right, cool. But hopefully that trade made sense to you guys. I think this is probably the best trade of the month so far as like timing. It's only 11 o'clock. We get a beautiful delivery. The volume is fantastic today. And naturally you just you can't you can't ask for a better delivery besides besides that type of move we just got. You really don't see that too often. Cool. I think that's it, man. Yeah, if you guys like catching trades like this, if you guys want to understand how we're able to continue catching trades like this, just join the community, man. It's in the bio. I know a lot of traders have many different ways of trying to figure out where price is headed. But I've I've been trading for over 3 years now, and the method that I'm using now, I don't see many other people talking about it, which is why I think it works so well. A lot of the other strategies are washed down, and you know, pretty much oversaturated. I feel like a lot of traders, for example, would have been looking for shorts off of the sweep of Asia high, right? The divergences off the highs would have made a lot of people look for sells in here. I can guarantee a lot of people took shorts in here and got chopped up, right? But we didn't take any sell, and we identified that price was going to absorb the sellers before it even happened, right? We called it out at 10:30. I said 9 times out of 10, price is about to trick out these sellers here, and paying attention to the details, you could see that price was just accumulating to eliminate those early sellers. All right. If you guys want to learn how we trade here, join the community. Um, if not, just tap in every Wednesday, right? Tap in every Wednesday, and it's going to be completely free. You guys can learn as much as possible from these streams on Wednesdays here on YouTube. And then when you really, really want to get involved and trade every single day with us, you can go ahead and, join the community. We provide pretty much everything you need to catch win streaks like this. All right. And then we'll see you guys back on YouTube next week. No more trading today, guys. Enjoy your win, right? And I will definitely run away from the charts here. Enjoy my win and figure out what tomorrow has for us, all right? So take care, guys.